Hey YouTube, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video we're going to open up the rest of the Team Rocket Unweighed Unlimited Booster Packs that I have. So there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. That is all of it. Same guy, Devin. He's I think he's caught the bug. I think he wants to pull some really cool stuff. We'll just have to see what we get. You know, I can't even remember what we've opened so far, so I don't know what's left. With 13 packs, hopefully we'd get at least 4 hollows, but I guess we'll just have to see. Because like I said, I opened this box up so long ago. But he got it for a pretty good deal. He bought all of them and used his Patreon discount as well as the bulk wrapper, you know, that kind of stuff discount where basically he just gets the hollow. So he got it for a pretty good price. I think it was ended up being around between 65 and 70 bucks. I think that's what it was. It was $900 for the 13 packs. So here we go. We've got Eevee, Meowth, Goop Gas Attack, Grimer, Oddish, Zubat, Charmander, Magikarp, Porygon, and Dark Muck. For the very first rare, let's see if we can get us a hollow. Oh, Dark Alakazam. Man, is that a swirl right beside of his head? I can't tell. He's so dark. It does look like there is a little print line on it. No, the swirl's right there. So, yeah. You have to get it in the right light, but you can see it right there. It looks like a little, small double print line, and maybe one up there. I can't tell for sure. But man, that looks good. Dark Alakazam, definitely a strong pull. Alakazam in general is just a really good pull. There's only so many Alakazams that you can get because they stopped printing them. Mainly because they stopped printing Kadabra. I mean, you can see them here and there. Kadabra was the one that full on stopped. You know, there's no printings of it at all. But every now and then you'll find an Alakazam that's like an Alakazam Gold Star or Alakazam 4. Alakazam, I think it's either level X or just 4 level X. But that's because they don't have to evolve. Same thing with the EXs. But I think all the GXs do need to evolve, so that's probably why we haven't seen them there. Maybe you'll get like a tag team card or something cool. Hopefully I haven't missed one somewhere in some set. I'm just speaking completely out of context for that one. Rattata got a full heal energy. Dark Flareon, always like that one. If you guys notice, most of these Pokemon have a lot lower HP. That's just a general trend in Team Rocket. I tell you what, I don't get texts all day long until I turn on this camera for 10 minutes. Let me go ahead and, there we go. I'm going to put it on silent. Alright, here we go. Boom! Ooh! It's a Dark Charizard. Man, that's nice. I mean, we did not get the hollow, but if you're going to get a rare, I guess that's what you want to get. I mean, I don't think we can get the no hollow Dark Dragonite or anything like that, but man, this actually will hold its own if it can get to 10. I might actually need one for my personal collection. Sometimes I get so focused on the high-end cards, I forget to get some of the ones that are a little bit more easier to attain. Alright, pack number 3. So far we are 1 for 2. And I like both the pulls, really. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Diglett, Ponyta, that wonderful background Magnemite, a few other Pokemon, Dark Charmeleon. I really like this one. I think someone was making fun of this artwork in a thread on E4 or something, but I liked it. To me, this kind of card appealed to me. I really liked the fact that it did 70 damage, which was really unlikely, but it was still pretty cool to see it there with 3 energy. You didn't see that kind of high attack or a deal going on much back in the day. The Boss's Way. Then we have Dark Machoke. And then for rare number 3, we have Dark Vileplume. Better than Dark Muck or Dark Weezing, but, you know, out of the 3, definitely the low points so far. Alright, pack number 4. Let's move on. Make sure those are down. With this purchase, I think I'm officially out of Unweighed and Heavy WotC packs. The only things I have left, I think I've got some Unweighed EX Deoxys. It's a few heavy Fire Red Leaf Green, which is kind of crazy. It's been a while since I've been this low, and it's mainly because I haven't been focusing on the booster packs as much, and the boxes I haven't really been opening. I've just been selling sealed. They've been going so much up in price that it's just been more lucrative almost to sell the whole box at once. But we may have to break a few open just so that we can get the little bit of extra income from the videos. It's not a whole lot really now, but it is pretty cool to watch this stuff. And I know a lot of you like to open up these cards just to take a gamble and see what you get. So pack number 4, we have Dark Blastoise. So again, not a holographic, but a really solid rare pull. One of the best ones you can get if you're not going to get a holo. Of course, you're going to want a holo, but I'd almost say that cards like Dark Blastoise and Dark Charizard are better than something like a Dark Arbok or a Dark Weezing. Because even in PSA 10, I don't think they bring that much of a premium. Not in Unlimited. First edition, cards are starting to become more and more in demand. I recently updated my PSA set registry. I went through and deleted out my entire inventory, and I'm just starting over, and I'm having everything scanned in. That way it's nice and clean and neat. And I'm really surprised at how many cards I'm sending that I'm scanning in that are actually in other people's registry. And I can see how annoying that would be. But I actually had some people deny my request to add the cards to my registry. So I'm having to go through and date pictures and send it to PSA so that they can forcibly remove them from the other collectors' sets. I guess they didn't want their sets to be broken, but if you don't have the card, you don't have the set, All right, next up, rare number 5 is Dark Machamp. So again, not a holographic. It's not the one we want to go for. Still better than like a trainer though. All right, pack number 6. I'm ready to pull another holo. How about you guys? After this, we have 4 Gyarados and 3 split artworks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just had some Bojangles. For those of you, I guess, who aren't from around this region, I don't think there are Bojangles up north or out west. I'm in North Carolina. I know that's kind of like the middle of the eastern seaboard. However, we're pretty much the south. I think we had more soldiers in the Confederate Army than any other state. And what's weird is like there's so many people who take offense to bringing up the Confederate stuff, but like around here, it's just like a Southern pride thing. It has nothing to do with like racism. But for those reasons, I try to stick away from it. All right. Pack number 6 is, we got us a holo. Here comes Team Rocket. This one is a pretty easy 10 usually because there's not that much holo in it. Check out the back side. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I would say that's got a really good shot at a 10. I'm not seeing anything that's sticking out. I mean, it's a little off center, but not much. I mean, just ever so slightly. Definitely not enough to get it off of the 10 train. So I think that one has a good shot at a PSA 10. But Bojangles around here, it's it's something that you see just about every other exit. When I went to college, we had some guys come down from like the northern part of Virginia, and Virginia's considered the South too. I think you got the Mason-Dixon line, which was at Maryland and Delaware, but they had no idea, what Bojangles was. And man, I tell you, every time my brother comes back down from Wisconsin, because he moved up there with his family after he went to Afghanistan. Every time he comes back down here, he just gets dirty rice from Bojangles and gets their sweet tea. It's just not the same, I guess, when you're raised around here and then you go somewhere else. But I guess that's with anything, because I had a friend from New Jersey. I actually had a lot of friends from like the New Jersey, New York area that moved down to our area because the land is so cheap down here. And we'll go into this first. Pack number 7 is, it's a Dark Weezing non-holo. That's definitely not the pull you want to have. But they moved down here, and they used to talk about New York pizza and hot dogs and things like that. I've never really had that kind of stuff, so I don't know how good it is. But I think it's just the way you brought up. You develop those tastes for things that you really like when you're a kid. Now, I tell you, when I went up to DC, something that I know the North does right is, man, I like the fact that their traffic, the traffic is really heavy. However, I like the way they merge traffic together. Down here, they give you like this arrow 5 miles out, and there's like merge, and then so you got transfer trucks that are blocking off lanes for 5 miles. Up north, man, they don't tell you anything, and you just merge right at the last second, and I think that is the way to go because it just forces you to react instead of stopping and waiting in line, backing up traffic for miles and miles. So I really like that. That was kind of cool to see when I was going into DC. I'd made this huge Yu-Gi-Oh purchase. I'll tell you about that here in a second. So we're on pack number 8. So far we are 2 hollows in, got the Dark Alakazam, and Here Comes Team Rocket. I think the Here Comes Team Rocket has a good shot at a 10. Dark Alakazam's probably a 9 or so. And then you got Dark Charizard and Blastoise, which are solid non-hollow pulls. So here we go. Pack number 8 is... oh, Rainbow Energy. That's a biggie. Man, look at that perfect swirl. It looks pretty good except for right there. You can see it. On the right side, it doesn't seem to go all the way through. Man, and it's hard to catch it in the right light too, just to be able to see it. Oh, there we go. You can kind of see it a little bit over here. Wow, that one's really nice. Look at all that hollow. It's almost like it's double foiled. Sweet swirl. For those of you who don't know, Rainbow Energy is one of the toughest cards to grade from Team Rocket. You have Rainbow Energy and Dark Magneton. Both are super tough, and they bring a premium if you get a PSA 10. For example, with this Rainbow Energy, if you have a first edition Mint 9, you're going to be lucky to get $40 to $50 for it, and that's retail. I think I sell mine for $49.99, and a lot of times they just sit. PSA 10, you're talking, you could get anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 from it. Maybe more, maybe less, but I would say that you could get at least $1,000 if you were really wanting to sell it. There's so many collectors out there who just want that PSA 10, and it's tough to get it because once a lot of the people who get those PSA 10s, they send them back in their collection and they don't come back up for sale again until someone who is strictly a seller grades one, and then they put it up for sale, and then you realize a new price. So it's pretty cool. That's one of the best one of the better cards you can pull, even from Unlimited, because there are Unlimited collectors out there like myself who need one, and I'd probably pay a good price for a PSA 10 copy. So the story I was going to tell you guys about, I drove up to DC. I was buying a Yu-Gi-Oh collection that I just happened to see in a listing online, and when I get there, the dude has complete LOB first edition. He had told me that he opened up, I think it was 9 boxes of LOB first edition back in the day, and he just sent everything back. And I bought all his bulk. I bought all the hollows. Pack number 9. Oh, another Dark Wheezing non-hollow. But it was such a good find. I had he also had starter decks. I'm talking about first edition starter deck Kaiba, starter deck Yu-Gi-Oh decks. He actually had the theme deck cases of 10. I ended up having, it was like 30 decks. I paid like $1,500 for everything. I mean, just one of those decks now. I mean, I was selling the decks for like $200 a piece, so I was making out just on the decks at the time. But I think a PSA 10 of that Blue Eyes, that's in one single deck. I mean, it's several $1,000s now, and they were pretty easy grades back then. But you could get 5 Blue Eyes and 5 Dark Magicians in each one of those starter deck cases, and I think there was 3 of them. I mean, it was an insane find. And I traveled to him, and I met the guy at his house, his family. He sold me everything, and it was one of the best deals I've ever had. Sometimes it pays to travel because people don't like dealing online. All right, so pack number 10. We are 3 hollows in. 3 hollows. You got the Dark Alakazam, Here Comes Team Rocket, and the Rainbow Energy. And this will be pack, like I said, number 10. Ooh, another hollow. Got Dark Slowbro. So we've already hit our goal of 4 hollows. Let's see what we got going on here. Looks like there's a print line going across the top. Maybe a little one right there. Overall pretty good. Maybe a little one right there. I know some of you are probably tired of me dissecting these cards, so meticulously and not, because I'll be honest, I really enjoyed looking at this card. I mean, you could put it into a binder and it would look, perfect. Exactly what you need. But since a lot of these people who are buying packs from me, they want to grade, and so they can't actually hold the cards in their hand like I can. So pretty much what I do is I give them a free raw review while we're in the video. That way they can try to decide whether or not they want to pay me as well to have the cards sent off to PSA, or if they'd like to have them sent back, shipped back to them to where they can add to their collection, or maybe even send off to PSA themselves. But if it's in hand and I can go ahead and give them the raw review and cut out a step and not have to pay the post office a little extra money, that's what I'm going to try to do. Because you got to think, this guy, he's bought a lot of packs by now. And I know he's submitting some to PSA, so I want to give him as much information as I can. That way, he comes back, he wants to buy some more packs, and then we got more videos for you guys too, so everyone kind of wins out. So I just want to explain to some of you, and why I look at each one of these cards, and I go through and I point out all the little flaws when overall the card, just pulling a holo from any of these old WotC packs is super cool, because this is over 20 years later. Well, this is probably right at 20 years later. This is the year 2000 on this one, and we're just getting it at 2020. We got Sleep, Full Heal Energy, Dark Flareon again, and then Imposter Oak's Revenge. So pack number 11, we have Dark Doug Trio. That's a pretty cool one, but not one of my favorites. It might be worth 50 cents more than the Dark Weezing. Alright, next pack. So we'll have this one and one more, so this will put us at pack number 12. So we've got 4 holos so far, so we've got the initial goal. Maybe we can still pull out a Dark Charizard holographic or something like that. We've got Eevee, Grimer, Sleep, Abra, an Ekans, Psyduck, Charmander, Dark Rapidash. I think that's the first one we've seen of those this video. Got the Dark Dragonair and Dark Muck. Alright, here we go. Pack number 12 is Dark Magneton. This would be really sweet if it was perfect condition and holographic, but it's unlimited and not holographic, or it's probably not perfect condition, but it's non-holo. The non-holo is going to be way easier to grade just because it's not going to have the small holographic issues that you will find on the Dark Magneton, because it has such a light background. 1, 2, 3, 4. See if we can have us some last pack magic, pack number 13. This will finish out that Team Rocket box in full. Got Rattata, Coughing, Meowth, Goop Gas Attack, Zubat, Eevee, Grimer, Dark Primate, Dark Vaporeon, and the Nightly Garbage Run. So for the last pack, we have, it's a non-holo, but it is the Rainbow Energy Unlimited, non-holographic card. Still looks kind of cool. There was an error. It had like a slice through part of the card where it was just a line, and then everything on the top side of that line was just black, like you didn't actually have the rest of the rainbow energy itself. But anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I think the best card with a shot for a 10 is this Here Comes Team Rocket, and then I would almost say after the Here Comes Team Rocket would be that rainbow energy. It's got that line up top, but it's kind of tough to see, and it's not through the middle like one of the main focus parts. And then these two is a little bit easier to see the print lines on these, but overall pretty good pulls. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope Devin enjoyed, and don't forget to tune in to our next video. Thanks.